Hi everybody, welcome to the Smackdown Recap show. We're also talking about 205 Live and the Mixed Match Challenge. So we are here on Wednesday. It's Wednesday morning. I did want to not do it super tired as I do some of the podcasts after the show. But I wanted to get all the info that I could, give it to you guys as much as possible. First of all, the Mixed Match Challenge, I want to highlight on that a little bit. It was Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss as they faced off against Sami Zayn and Becky Lynch. I watched it. Braun Strowman is a beast. He is truly the monster among men. Why he is not champion already, I don't understand. But he was just amazing. And him and Alexa are just a great team. Oh my god. Amazing team. So I can totally see them go far and be really good friends. I mean, her having somebody like Braun, and then if you've seen the video with him beating up Kurt Hawkins because of what he did to Alexa, it was great, and it can only get better from here. So please keep those two together. Even after the Mixed Match Challenge, I would just love it anyway. So anyway, folks, then we get to SmackDown. I know SmackDown happened first, but I wanted to highlight that. They bring out Shinsuke Nakamura, who is the new Royal Rumble winner. And he points to the WrestleMania banner, and he says, yes, I'm going to WrestleMania. And out comes Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And then out comes AJ Styles. And then they say, hey, AJ and Nakamura say, hey, let's do a tag team match, let's do this. And they say nope, and they do all this other stuff. And then they still call for it later on. Daniel Bryan makes the match. There was a little bit of a hit there and other stuff going on, but it was what it was. Now, the next match was a fatal four-way to crown the new number one contender for the United States Championship. It was Kofi Kingston, Jinder Mahal, Rusev, and Zack Ryder. I would think that everyone, and I was watching a stream of this, everyone was going mad. They wanted Rusev to win the match. He needed to win the match. They didn't bring any of them out with their music except for Kofi Kingston, which was kind of weird. They did cut back, and then that's where Daniel Bryan said, yeah, you're having this tag team match. Oh, and by the way, next week, Owens and Sammy with the winner facing AJ at Fastlane. So, I'm not happy about that, because I don't want to see more Owens and Sammy and AJ feud thing. I don't want to see that. So, it's just kind of stupid. Alright, getting to the Fatal 4-Way, the bell rings, match begins. Bobby Roode's out there with Byron, Corey, and Tom Phillips, of course. Big E is throwing pancakes. I don't get the pancakes thing. If anyone can tell me what the hell they're doing with pancakes, let me know, because I just don't get it. I think it's funny. I think it's entertaining, but I just don't get pancakes. Go figure. So, Rusev and Aiden English and Sunil Singh and Big E and Woods, they all get ejected from the ringside. After the pancakes dropped on the floor, Big E wasn't happy. I would have been much more happier if Big E would have just destroyed Singh. Just let him do his business. Jinder was actually looking pretty good in this match. I thought that I was pretty excited to see Jinder do his thing. But I was more excited to see Rusev put Kofi Kingston in the Accolade and see the give up, and Kofi gives up to the Accolade as Rusev wins the match. Now, I would like to highlight one thing. Rusev's name is not Rusev Day. His name is Rusev, or they called him Alexander Rusev for a while, but his name is not Rusev Day. That is the tag team name that they gave for him in English. But Happy Rusev Day to everyone, by the way. And it will be a happy Rusev Day next Tuesday as you see Rusev versus Bobby Roode. You see the SmackDown champions, the Usos, they say they're coming out. Then you have this thing with Ascension and Breezango and Gable and Benjamin. I really think that the Usos are, they might be entertaining to some people. I don't see them being super entertaining. I don't get them half of the time. I did like the Samoan thing when they came out and they did the dance. I don't get this heel kind of team, and I don't really like it. When the Usos were ready to leave the ring, the Bludgeon Brothers came out, and I thought, hey, the Bludgeon Brothers and the Usos, that's going to be okay, because the Usos can lose the titles and whatever. The Bludgeon Brothers will win. But they didn't. They went to this enhancement talent match, which just went super quick. And it was disappointing. They're talking about doing this top 10 rank system, which I don't know where that's going to go, but we'll see. I don't think it ever worked before. Shane McMahon is talking, Ty Dillinger, Baron Corbin, they're having a match. Then out comes Charlotte Flair. And she talks about the Royal Rumble and Ronda Rousey, and out comes the Riot Squad. Apparently just trying to get underneath the skin of Charlotte. Says a lot of things about her dad. And then it just kind of happened. Carmella came out after... Ruby knocked out Flair. Then the Carmella came out. The bell never rang, and she was apparently going to turn in her Money in the Bank, which would have been awesome, but she didn't. So, is she going to turn it in at WrestleMania? That would be interesting. Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin really wasn't that much of a match. I want to see more of from Ty than happened. Oh well, and Baron Corbin won the match. So they do a lot of interviews and little side things with this Twitter kind of thing. It's a different kind of SmackDown, and I like it. Rusev is happening next week, Roode and Rusev. And then they do the whole Sammy Owens thing and whatever. Shelton and Chad Gable against Breezango. Shelton and Chad win that match. And then you have Shinsuke and Styles against Owens and Sane. They do this thing where Sane kind of leaves. He walks out on Owens at the end. So you had Kevin Owens kind of do his thing. AJ blocked the pop-up powerbomb. Nakamura just is Nakamura. And he knocks out Owens with the Kinshasa. It's just what it is. And I'm going to be very interested to see the match for next week. Even though I don't want to see the championship match. I want to see Owens and Sammy. I don't want to see the championship match at Fastlane. So give me something better than that. Give me Nakamura and somebody. And give me Rusev as the champion against Bobby Roode. And also give me something with the Usos not there. And no Naomi. And then I'd be happy. I was happy to not see her on the show today. So, there you go. And the last thing we need to talk about is 205 Live. So, Rockstar Spud came back. He is now Drake Maverick, which is like the weirdest name ever. He announced the 16-person tournament for the Cruiserweight Championship. Trying to give a little bit of flashback to the Cruiserweight Classic. I'm interested to see where this goes because I don't think they even have 16 guys that they highlight on the roster. I know they brought out Tyler Bate and they fed him to TJ Perkins, which I don't care about. And Cedric Alexander won the next match. They got Roderick Strong coming from NXT. So they're going to use guys and they're going to have fun with it. But 16 guys. Interesting little tournament. I want to see what happens. Give me a good match at WrestleMania for the Cruiserweights. So that has been the recap of all the wrestling that happened last night. Also what happened last night was Donald Trump's State of the Union. You guys can catch my remarks about that on this politics show, which we'll be doing here in just a few minutes. So I want to thank you guys so very much for following along on this show. We'll see you guys here real soon on the ScottShow.com.